Diagnostic complete. Sensors are functioning normally.
Incoming transmission.
All right, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you out there. Today I want to talk about visionaries versus operators. Now, in the last video, we talked about GameStop and AMC as like an active volcano magma chamber. And this kind of topic today is going to continue on about similar things, but also about the NFT. With visionary and operator. An operator is somebody who just runs business. Well, we know what a visionary does. In essence, let's go all the way even further back to just where we're standing and where we are today. Number one, let's take a look all the way back in January. What is this? I like the stock. To two, maybe a little farther in March, I like the stock, and you know what? I like the company. To number three, kind of where we are about today, this week, and even last week. I like the stock, I like the company, and you know what? I like the vision. And you know what? I'm buying more shares. Shh, don't tell other people. I'm buying more shares. Yeah, we know that. As well, when the old CEO of GameStop left, we got to see what the culture was like and basically what was left behind. That was kind of like an old snake skin. The old culture of everything that existed before, that's gone. That's just going to be curled up in a ball and be blown away. Because now we have the new skin, and that skin is going to stretch and give the snake more movement against the ground for it to do more things. Now, a visionary instills culture, because now we have the better life and how far they can see into the future. That's very important for a visionary. Ryan Cohen seems to be this, not just a CEO, but I would even say, how about a chief visionary officer? The old executives, from what I've heard and what I've read about them, they have some input as to how GameStop was seen by the 19 to 35-year-olds. There are a couple articles that I've read through and some other research I've been going through, looking back to see how and what direction they really wanted to go. Of course, they're really put off by all the direction and the teenagers and young adults making fun of them with their old business model. And they were trying to get ahead. They really, really tried. But you know what? That wasn't good enough. And now we have Ryan Cohen and a bunch of new people coming in, and their basic thing is, how do you change that vision? How do you change that cultural vision? Right? So any of the MSM stock market shows, what percentage of these companies have a 50-year plan? Besides Costco. Apple, maybe, a few that you hear about. I mean, you seriously hear about these on the news. The ones that are on the list for impressive growth, right? And this is what we hear every day on the MSN TV shows. Oh, we got impressive growth. Oh, look, they're great quarterly earnings. You have steady growth. Invest in them today. Buy some, buy some, buy some. We know who that is. They know the direction they're going, right? And they know how to get there. And they even have expectations for the periods of slow growth. And of course, it's expected. Visionaries have this. They expect things to be flat for a while. You're not going to hear about any stocks that are just doing average and you should buy these average stocks. No. Everything on MSN, you're going to be pushing because it is a fast-moving. People want to sell these top name, Russell 1000 stocks, maybe Russell 2000, whatever. So everybody's focused on fast. Now, what company has a culture that you can see in their growth, and it's not just focused on the profits, right, and saved money for that growth. No, they're going beyond that. Now, I want you to think about this. What happened when Steve Jobs got fired? You got to dig back and remember, if you don't know about it, if you've seen a movie about it, where did Apple go? Right down. What happened when it came back? Yeah. You know what happened when it came back? Vision. This. Yeah, I know. iPod first generation. And then more. But you know what else we don't have? Hey, do you have a Zune? Yeah, that's right. This is a product. I mean, when a company makes a product, a visionary comes out with a product, it defines the time, because you got to look, where are these companies now? Where's Apple right now? Where's Microsoft now? Where's their whole development project with everything about their visions for the future? What happened when Bill Gates left the company? What did the CEO, and I say CEO, not CVO, Chief Visionary Officer, what happened to the Microsoft at that time? No, because right now, we're still obsessed with the daily uptick of technology. Now, it's about a shared vision and this inspiration that gets closer to the goal. Now, what tools we need and use get us closer to making different tools, and of course, we're gonna have to refurbish a lot of other ones. All right, now this takes me, again, back to something I talked about a couple of videos ago about the NFT market. And all of those naysayers out there, where are you about the NFT market? Well, you know what, you can close the door behind you. We'll buy your shares, all right? And it's not just about art. In the last video, I talked about Funko and some other visionaries and what they can do with the NFTs. Now, visionaries have ideas, and they're the ones that disrupt the market and also the industries. All right, they totally disrupt it. They make shake the ground for them. This was a disruptor, and it still is. You know, people look back. I mean, I still have mine and I still listen to it as much as I can if it charges, right? Now, if you remember what happened to Apple when they disrupted the market. All right, we know about Apple, and of course the long lines, 10, 15 years of just steady growth. But now, no one is ready or willing to think outside the box. They weren't ready for it. That's what a disruptor is. And now today we're kind of in this stagnant growth period, right? Now, recently on the news, we heard about a company called Revest Finance. People have been looking all around and digging into what's going to happen on July 14th, on Bastille Day, for GameStop. Well, the more important thing is what we have about going on into the NFT market. What's going to happen? Because we know about, will this be tied into the stocks? Will this give us dividends? What's going to happen here? People have no idea how this is tied into the Ethereum network, but exactly what is going to happen. So let me take you over here to the Revest Finance website. It's really good, and the first thing we see here, it's not about the art. All right, trustless ways of transferring locked value. All right, so we have something happening in late July. Now, how does this work? Deposit, trade, and track. Good. Create deposits value in your financial NFTs, ERC, and we know about that. That's how where it's stored and how it's transferred, bought anywhere and sold anywhere. Live interface built into it. But this is where some things gets different. The type of locks. This is where NFTs get more important. Not just for an asset, but where something of value. All right, so let's get here to the first one. First one. Take a look. Time locks. Unlock after a period of time has passed, permitting the value within to be withdrawn only on the following of that period of time. Value locks. When the underlying asset rises above or falls below a prescribed value, as reported by an Oracle chain. That's part of it. Address locks. Locks that unlock when called by a prescribed address determined at a creation. All right, this allows for creation of different contracts of this. All right, so you'll be able to go through this, and this adds more to it, more value. So what is this for? Instant liquidity for your asset. Now, why is this important? Let's take a look here. Teams and consumers. All right, this is where things get interesting. Different investors and developers. Investors. Yes, investors. Yield-bearing zero coupon discount bond analogs. Separating yield-bearing tokens and interest and principal allows speculation on interest rates. Covered call and put options. This is huge, okay? Tokenizing stake positions, allowing for seamless sales of stake coins as well as separation of yield and principal. Stock market. Everything about here, okay? And for developers, you can do a lot of different things in here. So now let's take a look at the team. So we have Rob Montgomery, Louis Agnon, PhD, Jay Woodman, active cryptocurrency, and of course, enthusiast collector. But we saw this one, Fubar. We saw him. Solidity Dev, NFT Ape, Humble Farmer, Contributor Sushi, and GameStop NFT. This is where the whole thing started to click off here. And this is where, this is what I like. Christopher Charles, prominent crypto marketer and industry pioneer, seeks to innovate and improve the financial space by disrupting traditional methods. Disrupting traditional methods of investing. This is what we need. This is a visionary. Getting things out there. All right, now let's go on here to this is called the Revest protocol. All right, this is an abstract. This is what it's all about. So you can go here and go to the website and you can take a look at it. So it goes through different things, value proposition, talks about the protocol and where it's linked to. All right, but this is the part I want to talk here for developers. The Revest protocol may be utilized to offer vesting solutions for private sale investors, liquidity tokens, and team tokens that may be transferred trustlessly without affecting their market value. For investors, a wide variety of new derivatives may be constructed from the building blocks of the Revest protocol. For instance, investors may choose to separate the principal and interest components of a yield-bearing token to facilitate speculation of interest rates. Covered calls and puts will be offered as a demonstration of the flexibility of the Revest protocol. For more of the casual investor, the Revest protocol creation will offer wide-ranging applications from endowment funds to inheritances, and also the easing and the creation of on-chain derivatives. Okay, this is a good disruptor here. So take a look here. I will link everything down below, but I'm pretty much dissecting everything today, and today's Tuesday, so kind of looking at the whole protocol here. But I want you to everybody think about what a visionary is and what an operator is in a company. We have two big companies here, GameStop and AMC. Are you going to be a visionary, or are you going to be an operator? Operators really don't much to take their company farther. We can see the visionary for the future and what the investors want and also people want for the daily life. But it comes down to, what do we want, right? We talk about the infinite game and a finite game. Visionary, leaders. Remember, leaders aren't just the ones that just sit behind the desk. The leaders can be you and me and anybody out there who's willing to stand up and make a difference. So, anyway, a lot to dissect. If you have any ideas, leave a comment down below, because there's a lot to unpack here and a lot to digest. Anyway, this is just my opinion, so take it easy.